new start of a vlog, which means it's Wednesday, which means blood test day. So I'm on my way to my blood test. This is the blood test before cycle 3 session 2, which means I've only got 5 more sessions left, including tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I have to stop for a minute. Oh god, got to slow my walking down because I'm getting too out of breath. Yeah, so I'm on my way to my blood test. Can you guys believe that it is July? Like, don't watch my rusty umbrella. I need to get a new one, but this is from Accessorize. It was a very good buy because it has lasted me years and it has done me well. But what I was trying to say was, can you believe it is July? This weather is really pants. I said to my mum the other day, that was your summer. We ain't getting any more summer after this because this weather is... I think it stopped raining now so I can put the body down, but it's poor, man. Absolutely poor. But yeah, let me go. Oh, just saw a dead mouse on the floor. Nice. Let me go because I don't want to be late today. I'm hoping you guys can hear me because I haven't got my mic on, but PICC line has been changed. PICC line dressing has been changed. Oh, thought my hat was going to blow off there. Bloods have been done. Medication's been secured because I couldn't get it last week. There was a whole load of... I was supposed to pick up some antibiotics last week and it wasn't ready when I went for my chemo. So they were like, oh, go downstairs to the pharmacy and collect it. Went downstairs and I couldn't get it there either because it needed to be checked. So I had to collect it today. Thankfully I had enough to get me till today. It was antibiotics and some cream for my face. So yeah, luckily I could get it today, but whew, back home now and to get ready for tomorrow and Friday. I don't know if I've already said, but Friday and my kitchen's being done. It's probably not great timing, to be honest. I wonder if I can make it before the lights change. Yes, I can. So when I come home from chemo tomorrow, I need to finish moving the last few things out of the kitchen for them to rip it out on Friday. So yeah, I'm going home now, get something to eat, figure out what we're eating for dinner tonight, and yeah, get ready for tomorrow. Let's go. I am back home and oh, what a journey that was. I don't know if you can tell, but I am sweating very badly. That was a very interesting journey back home, should I say. My nose is just constantly running. I can't seem to regulate my body temperature. So at the moment, oh, that's not a very flattering angle. At the moment, it's like I'm either too hot or I'm cold. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground. And the weather, as we know, for July is a little bit crap. So I need to take that off because my head is boiling. So yeah, it's hard to dress, especially when you are having the hot flashes and your body temperature is hotter than it should be. It's not fun. It's not fun, to say the least. So I'm glad I'm back home now. It's a bit dark. I'm waiting for my test results to come back. Oops, just putting this thing in my hat to keep it from, what do you calling it, losing its shape. So just waiting for my test results to come back to say that everything's okay for chemo tomorrow. I really do need to sort out this wardrobe, you know, and get rid. So hopefully...
Sorry, there was a problem with the app.
Don't know why. So hopefully everything will be okay for chemo tomorrow. The lady changed my dressing. However, this is why I'm so confused when I go to the hospital, because every time I go there, I get told something different. It's like there's no continuity of information. It's all, I suppose it's based on opinion sometimes, not necessarily always based in, well, not always based in fact, and based on what some nurses like to do and what other nurses like to do. So I'm going to show you, 1 minute. I had my pick line changed. You've probably seen it in a couple of the vlogs. So this is how it looks now. Yeah, this is the dressing that she's put on. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's got some holes in it and it's breathable, and yeah. So they put another dressing on last week. Oh, I'm going to take these off because they look like they're steaming up. Yes, they are. Oh, I tell you, my skin. I know I keep jumping from one thing to another, but yeah. So they put another dressing on yesterday, and they were like, last week, and they said, oh, this dressing is not a good dressing. The dressing that I had on was not a good dressing, and they'll put this other dressing on instead. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Again, I'm going by the advisement of the nurses because I have never done this before. So I do not know. I have no idea. When she came to remove that dressing this week, oh my God, I nearly tear off the lady's head, because the lady was like, who put this on? Was it here? And I said, yeah. She said, they shouldn't have put this dressing on. So I said, why? She said, because these ones are hard to take off. She said, and when you do take them off sometimes, she said, they can pull the pick line out and dislodge it, which you don't want to do, because then you got to go back and go through the process again. So she was like, we tend to use the ones with clear holes because they remove easier. And she's actually right, because for the last 5 weeks prior to that, I've been having this dressing I've got now, and it's never been an issue. So I just said to her, the kerfuffle it was to get it off, I just said to her, nah, they're going to stick to this dressing, because that pain that licked me today, nope, it's a no from me. It's an absolute no from me. So yeah, we'll stick with this one for now. Like, at this point, I'm like, sometimes I'm taking the advisement of nurses and sometimes I'm not. It's like hit and miss, but it is what it is. I suppose it's all good. You know, you have to try and error. You have to try things. But yeah, but another thing I want to talk about is, can we see how dark my skin has got, and my hands? Yeah, my skin is really taking a beating. As you can see, I've lost my eyebrows completely. I didn't have much to begin with. Let's be honest with you. I didn't have much to begin with, and I've now lost them. So I'm having to kind of draw them back on. I'm going to look for some other options, because this is all good, but I think they look a bit shiny when I'm hot and I'm sweaty. So I don't know. With glasses on, you can't really tell, but when I haven't got anything on or hat on or anything like that, I think it's kind of obvious. But yeah, I noticed it in the last vlog that's going up today, which isn't last week's chemo, it was the week before's chemo, I believe. Week 6? Oh, I don't even know at this point. At this point, I don't even know. Yeah, week 7, because this would make week 8, which means I've got... Yeah, this would make week 8. So the one that's going live today, the very last clip, I'm in a green shirt, and it's only when I went to edit I realized how badly my skin has been affected by the chemo. Like, it's very, in comparison to my scalp, my face is really dark, and my hands is another thing. I'm really struggling with my hands at the moment. They're very, very itchy, very, very dry. I was using the Cetraben, which is a lotion that the doctors gave me, which I don't know if it's working. I'm not entirely sure. But then I was using this before they gave me that, and this one I've used on my face today, and to be fair, it's not as dry as it's been. So I don't know. I'm gonna tried and error. They gave me another Cetraben, but I don't think, I'm not going to ask her anymore because I've got enough to last me a lifetime at this point. But yeah, it's, even today I went to the toilet and I washed my hands in the hospital, and whatever was in the soap, oh my God, on the way home my hand was itching to high heaven, and it's still itching now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to see my oncologist on Monday coming and have a conversation with her then. I'm going to talk to her about the skin itching. She's probably going to tell me to use the cream. And I need to now talk to her about the numbness in my fingers. It's not unbearable, but it's very noticeable now than it has been in all the weeks. But she did say to me that was a side effects. She did say it was a side effect, but she said if it became unbearable, then obviously they'd have to discuss about lowering my dosage. So at the moment, it's not unbearable, but it is very noticeable in terms of, yeah, not being there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself something to eat. I bought something in for Kyron for dinner later on, and I'm gonna chill because I'm tired now. That journey has taken everything out of me, and yeah, I'm gonna chill, and I might actually do some, I might try and attempt to do some drawing. If not some drawing, there's a few things I want to do some research on. So, and I want to start planning some videos for this channel, because I don't want to just to be vlogs and stuff. I want there to be some fun stuff and some other stuff on there, kind of all pertaining to what I'm going through, but a little bit about life. And yeah, to kind of, I don't want my whole channel to be on that. I know that's a part of my journey and my life right now, but yeah, I want to do some fun things on here. So I'm gonna sit and kind of, yeah, do that and get something to eat, because I'm starving and I'm absolutely thirsty. So yeah, if I don't pick up this camera tonight, I will see you guys tomorrow for chemo day. See you later. It's Thursday, so we know what today is. It's chemo day, and it's an early one, thank God. So let's hope I get there and it's ready and there's no delays, because I have to finish moving the stuff out of my kitchen today. So they're going to be there tomorrow, I think 8 a.m. to start ripping it out. So I need to come home and do a few bits. I won't get to the supermarket today, will I? So I haven't really got anything for breakfast. Oh, I'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it tomorrow. I know, but I've got to go hospital for 1:40 tomorrow, so.
That should be a long session.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is I'm going to have to buy something on the way home, because I won't have anything to make breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, let's get to it, because we are already running behind and I am tired.
When it's time to represent, you gotta do it for yourself. Put that work in, block out everything else, and get it done. And get it done. If the first thing isn't working, you probably closer than you know. Keep searching and peep game. We all go through it. You gotta go, you better go to it and stand on it. When they say it's foolish, you gotta hustle, man. Treat your vision like it's God's plan. When it gets tough, take a hard stand and plan. You on the journey, keep pushing through. And just remember, if they made it, you can make it too. When it's time to represent, you gotta do it for yourself. Put that work in, block out everything else, and get it done. And get it done. When it's time to represent, you gotta do it for yourself. Put that work in, block out everything else, and get it done. And get it done. All this pressure in the world on your dreams.
That is chemo cycle 3 session 2 done. So I only have 4 more sessions left, which whew, I'm feeling very, very grateful for. Next week will be the end of cycle 3, and then I start my final cycle, and fingers crossed we are done with chemo. I am incredibly tired now. As you can hear, I'm out of breath. And I need to now finish the last few bits of moving the last few bits out of the kitchen for tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to check back in, because probably by the time I do that, I'm going to be well and cream crackered. And I have to be back at the hospital tomorrow for 1:40 for an ECG. So yeah. It's going to be a week of being at hospital, because I'm back there on Monday as well, and then back there on Wednesday. So I'm going to be sick of seeing hospital by the end of next week. So yeah, let me get to this, because it is 5 o'clock and I want to get to votes today before it starts to get too manic. I'm going to try and head to the polls before they close. Hopefully in the next few hours we'll be able to do it, because it shouldn't take us longer than a couple of hours to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Afternoon, it is Friday, another day, which means another trip to the hospital. Great. Today I've been booked for a ECG, so I'm just on my way for that, because unfortunately with the chemo that I am taking, I'm not sure if it's with all chemos, but the chemo that I am taking can cause issues with your heart. So I am literally on my way for my ECG appointment, just to check that everything is good and working as it should be. Apparently I will have them for the next, I think she said year, and I think I'll have them every 3 months, and then it will go down to, I think, every 6 months, just to make sure that there's no effect, or I've had no effect on my heart. And as you can hear, oh my god, I'm very out of breath. So yeah, I think I've got about 40 minutes. I should make it in about 30, which will give me enough time to get there and sign in and get to my appointment. So let's get on this train. Oh, now my mom's phoning me. I'm not even going to show you the mess of my front room. That is my front room stroke kitchen right now, because my kitchen is being done. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. 1 minute. Yes, I just got back from my ECG appointment. Although my online system said my results were back, when I opened it, it said the results won't be available to the 5th of August. So I'm confused, because they made it sound like I had to have it today, because I have an appointment with my oncologist on Monday and she's going to need the results. So unless the results are going directly to her, and she would tell me the results on Monday, I don't know. But we pray everything is okay. I think, if I remember rightly, Mum, did she say that I have to have these every 3 months for a year, and then is that what she said?
Something like that.
And then after that, what, every year, just to make sure that it's okay for the first, I don't know if it's for the 5 years. I'm not entirely sure how long it is, but I know she did say every 3 months I have to have chemo, and I think it's for the first year. So I think that's what she said. You know, one thing I'm going to say to people, if you are going through this right now and you are going to appointments, I would say take your mum with you, but clearly my mum wasn't listening either. But take someone with you who could maybe take notes or information down, because I think for me, that appointment, we was kind of bombarded with a lot of information. And I think she talked about the chemo, talked about the side effects, and I think maybe my brain was kind of just stuck on those, that I didn't necessarily take it all in. But I had my first one. I had my first ECG in February, didn't I? Yes, so this would be right. I think I have them every 3 months for the first year, and then I think after the first year, I think it's every 6 months. I think, but anyway, it's been done. I'm just going to show you guys my kitchen. I'm not going to show you my front room, because it's a mess right now. So we'll be living in our rooms, but this is currently what the kitchen looks like. I'm just going to turn you around. So this is the status oh Lord, of my kitchen, people, of my kitchen. There's just the washing machine and the sink at the moment, which has been left for the weekend. On the Monday, I believe the plaster is coming, and then yeah, I'm kind of glad. It's very echo in there. I'm gonna practice my singing skills in there because the echo is amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat, and then me and mum's gonna tidy up a little bit, just get rid of some of the dust and stuff so that it doesn't aggravate me this weekend. And then I'm gonna pop and get a few bits from the supermarket just so that we can have breakfast, things that are kind of easy to eat for breakfast. I'm gonna go and pick up some salads. Oh, we were supposed to go Marks to pick up salads. We do it on the way back, or is it gonna be too late? Go see if Marks have got any salads to get me through to have lunch, although I'm not eating much because again I can't taste much, but I still need to kind of eat, even if it's one decent meal a day. I definitely do need to eat. And Kai's home today. Kai finished college, first year A levels done, so proud of him. Well done, son. So he's gonna be home. So I said to him, like, today they finished early. If this was a day next week, we could have just gone and got something to eat, and then probably if I eat now, I probably wouldn't eat much later on. So yeah, let me get on to eating something and then tidying up, and then we're gonna get out and do some food shopping while I still feel okay. I'm kind of glad tomorrow is Saturday, because if I don't feel too great Saturday, Sunday, yeah, because the dust, we need to hoover upstairs, isn't it? So yeah, let me get on and do this because the time is ticking away and the time continues to do that, and I will catch up with you when we pop out to do the food shop. Guys, it is Monday 8th of July. Now I'm just vlogging, Mum, just vlogging. Oh god, I'm tired. Let me stop for a second. On our way to the hospital again. Today I'm on my way to see the oncologist. I think they just want to check, make sure everything's going all right. I thought I would have had my appointment to see the radiologist the same day, but looks like it wasn't made, so I suppose it's going to be another trip back. But yeah, it's a late one today. Appointment's at 4:20, so I'm going to be coming back in the height of rush hour. And as you can see, it's July and my umbrella's up because the summertime said, flip you lot, I'm out. And I've even got my body warmer on because it's warm, but it's not that warm, and I can't afford to catch a cold. So kitchen has started, all cabinets have been ripped out, as I think I showed you on Friday. They put some new plumbing in. Tomorrow the electrician's coming, so I'm hoping they should be plastering before the week is out. Maybe they're putting a plaster on Friday and leave it to dry over the weekend. But yeah, we will see. Let me get on because I don't want to be late for this appointment. I am back home, but if I'm honest with you, I am absolutely... Oh, my mum's gone with the fan. I'm back home with a little crisis there. My mum took me fan, trusted fan, and she's not coming with me Wednesday, so I needed to travel on the tube, because once I start to get too hot and I can't calm myself down, that comes in very handy. But as I was saying, I've got back, had my appointment with the oncologist. She has agreed to very ever so slightly reduce my chemo. She said it's not going to affect the effectiveness of it because of the neuropathy I'm getting in my hands and my feet. It's not painful at the moment. I can just notice it, but it's not at a point of no return. So she said because it can damage and cause permanent damage, she's going to reduce it just to make sure that we don't get there. We don't get to that point. But she was basically like, if it starts to get any worse, I must tell them. I'm not due to see her now for another 2 to 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks, she said. And at that appointment, I will also get to see the radiotherapy team and talk about radiotherapy and how long that's going to be and the process of that. So, yes, I'm getting to the end of this part of the journey, which is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I hit week 6 and I think 4, 5, 6, and I hit a bit of a wall. The last few weeks I've felt a bit more positive. As much as I can't taste my food and all of that weird stuff, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly at the end. I've come this far. I know why I'm doing it. I know the reasons why I'm doing it. So I just need to persevere and get on. But the tiredness at the moment is really catching me. This last week or so I felt really, really tired. The last few days especially. Even that little journey just to go to the hospital and come back. I popped to go and get something to eat. In the dark green bowl. Yeah, the dark grey. And I'm realizing how tired I'm feeling right now, and the breathlessness is like a lot. Thank you. So yeah, I need to get an early night tonight. I got up early because the plumber was supposed to be coming early today, and I think I got up way too early, and I've made in the process of that I've made myself even more tired because I don't think I got enough sleep. So I'm gonna get myself to bed early tonight and get up as late as I can tomorrow, freshen up, and then wait for the electrician and the gas man is coming to, I'm guessing, to check the gas and to I don't know why they're checking the gas, because I don't want a gas cooker. I've had electric, so that's what we're gonna do. And the electrician's coming, so I think it's gonna be a bit of a full-on day tomorrow. So yeah, I need to get my rest for that. So with that, I'm gonna probably catch you guys tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. We'll see how the days go. I need to actually start editing Wednesday's video, so I might actually have to do that tomorrow. And I've also got an order to do tomorrow, so tomorrow's going to be a bit of a manic day. Yeah, so let me get my food and let me chill out and kind of see if I can close my eyes early tonight so I can catch up on the sleep that I feel like I'm missing. Crazy. I'm crazy tired. Crazy. So it is about 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Is it the 10th? The 10th? Wednesday, the 10th of July. I am ending out last week's vlog. I know I haven't picked up the camera, but as you guys will know, having your kitchen done, it has been a little bit testing. Yesterday they did the electrics, and I'm not gonna lie, my head was banging at the end of the day because there was a lot of noise and there was also a lot of dust. So yeah, it was kind of a little bit, it's been a bit manic, to be fair, since Friday. I haven't been too bad in the last few days. A bit of a dodgy stomach on and off, but I have got my tablets. Like now my stomach doesn't feel great. I'm gonna take one of my anti-sickness tablets because I actually don't feel, I feel a little bit not you, Kai, not you, I'm not calling you. I do feel a little bit sick, so I'm gonna take one of those and see if that stops the sick feeling. I am gonna be en route and starting next week's vlog very shortly because I'm gonna be on my way to the hospital. My blood test has been booked for 11:15. I got an early one. Kind of grateful for that because my appointment for chemo tomorrow is at 2:45, which is a late one, so it's gonna be, yeah, coming back in the rush hour, which is not fun for me. But it is what it is. So I'm kind of glad today's early one. So I'm hoping I can get there on time. I can get in, I can get out and get home. The plasterer is downstairs at the moment, replastering the kitchen. So I'm assuming that's going to take a couple of days at least to dry out before they can start working on putting the I don't know if it's the flooring or the cabinets or what in. I don't really know. But yeah, it's gonna be a long week. But I've made it through this week. So this Thursday coming, I will only have 4 more sessions. This will be my I only have 4 more sessions on Thursday, and once Thursday's done, I'll only have 1 more cycle to complete, which is 3 more sessions. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm feeling more motivated than ever. I'm nearly at the end. After having my talk with my oncologist on Monday, she was like, I've done really great, you know, you've done well, and you're nearly at the end. You've only got a little way to go. So yeah, I'm getting closer to the end of this part of the journey. I believe in August they're trying to arrange for me to see the radiotherapist or the radiologist, sorry, in regards to my radiotherapy. And I would assume because my last chemo is in August, I'm probably not going to start maybe till end of August, maybe early September. Speaking to a few people, it seems like they like to give you a little bit of a break, and I get it. Your body needs to just kind of repair itself as best as it can before it's being attacked from some other angle. She did say that the radiotherapy will make me very fatigued, but that will be the only kind of symptom, which, and obviously my skin, it will make my skin very sore and very tender, which, yeah, I think I'm at this point where I've gone so far with this in terms of the chemo, you know, there's not much. My surgery, which was a major surgery, yeah, there's not much. I'm kind of feeling like, oh, you know, it's all part and parts of this, of beating this disgusting and horrible disease. But at least I know I'm getting, like, the finish line is in sight, and I'm praying that I will be able to say once I've gone through this that there's no evidence of disease, and I can do that and officially after 5 years say I am cancer free. So yeah, we do this. I'll be looking forward to getting to the end of chemo and getting my taste buds back, just so that I can eat a bit better and, you know, not be restricting my calories to a degree because I just don't feel hungry, which is, I was saying to my friend last night that I'm eating more to just know because I need to eat something, not because I feel like I want to eat, which is a lot harder because you can't, you know, if you have a craving for something, or you feel like a salad, or you feel like, I don't know, some particular types of veg, or maybe you might feel like a bit of seafood, or, you know, there may be something that you're particularly feel like. I don't feel like anything. And even when I get up in the morning, I think I've got to have something to eat. I've got to break my fast. I'll have, at the moment, I can just about stomach a bowl of cereal. So I'm sticking to things. I can't eat anything bread like. That all tastes weird. So it's about trying to, and obviously I haven't got a kitchen, so at least I could do a little Spanish omelette, or even a little spinach with mushrooms and onions, and I could have that, and that would keep me solid for a good couple of hours. But at the moment I can't really do that, so it is proving a little bit difficult. But at the end of the day, it will be nearly, you know, like I said, the kitchen will be finished hopefully by the end of next week, and I will be able to get back to some normality. And end of next week I'll only have 3 more weeks, and I'll be grateful in the weeks after that of eventually getting back my taste buds. I forgot to actually ask if anybody knows how long it takes for you to kind of feel like you can taste foods again, and your taste buds don't feel so whack. Please leave it in the comments because I'd really like to know. I'm hoping it's not like weeks and weeks. I've just ordered as well some nail polish because the base of some of my nails are starting to go a bit dark. and they're not very pretty, so I've just ordered some natural nail polish to kind of just cover it for the meantime. But yeah, I feel like I've rambled on enough at the end of this vlog. I will definitely catch you in next week's vlogs. As always, if you have got this far in the video, thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you are subscribed. If you're not, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content on this channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, and also thank you for your love and your prayers and your well wishes. You guys don't understand how much that has had me, has kept me and had me, pushing forward for the last few weeks. So I really do appreciate it. So with that, I will see you in next week's vlog. Take care. Bye.